If you've ever searched for dopamine detox, you've probably seen extreme advice. No phone, no music, no talking, sometimes even no eye contact for hours. Some people claim spending a full day doing almost nothing will reset your brain. But here's the truth. That's not how dopamine works. Your brain doesn't need a detox, and extreme deprivation doesn't reset your motivation or attention. Dopamine isn't a toxin. Trying to eliminate it won't help you focus or feel better. Instead, the real purpose behind a dopamine reset is rebalancing your brain's reward system so ordinary activities feel meaningful again. Today, we'll break down the science, what actually works, and how you can reset your brain without overcomplicated or extreme routines. Your brain is wired to seek rewards. Dopamine isn't just a pleasure chemical. It's the chemical that motivates you to anticipate and pursue rewards. It spikes before the reward, not just after, pushing you to take action. Historically, this system helped humans survive, seeking food, finding shelter, building connections. But modern life constantly hijacks this system. Every notification, video recommendation, social media like, or message is an unpredictable reward. Psychologists call this a variable reward system, the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. Over time, activities that release dopamine slowly, like reading, working on a project, or learning a new skill, start to feel less stimulating compared to the instant gratification of digital rewards. That's why it's easy to get distracted, procrastinate, or lose focus on long-term goals. The term dopamine detox became popular in self-help circles as a way to manage this overstimulation. But it's important to clarify, you cannot actually remove dopamine from your brain. Dopamine is essential for basic functions like movement, motivation, and attention. Severe dopamine deficiency is even linked to conditions like Parkinson's disease. So a literal detox is impossible. The real goal is not to remove dopamine, but to reduce constant, high-intensity stimulation so your brain can recalibrate. Research shows that behavioral recalibration works better than deprivation. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman explains that managing dopamine is less about eliminating it and more about adjusting stimulation patterns. Your brain adapts to what it experiences most often. Constant high-intensity stimulation raises your baseline expectations, making normal activities feel boring. Balanced stimulation allows your brain to regain sensitivity, so simple activities feel rewarding again. Here's a practical, science-backed approach to a dopamine reset. First, reduce constant digital stimulation. You don't need to eliminate technology completely. Instead, create intentional breaks during the day. For example, avoid your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking, or block an hour in the evening without social media. These periods reduce rapid dopamine spikes without harming your brain. Second, replace quick, high-intensity rewards with slow, meaningful rewards. Activities like exercise, reading, writing, learning a skill, or creative work release dopamine gradually and sustainably. Over time, these activities help rebuild stable motivation, making focus and long-term projects feel more engaging. Third, embrace intentional boredom. It may sound counterintuitive, but allowing small periods of doing nothing helps your attention system reset. Without constant stimulation, your brain starts searching for meaningful tasks to focus on, which improves concentration and productivity naturally. Consider 2 mornings as an example. In the first, you wake up and immediately start scrolling through your phone. Videos, messages, notifications, likes. Your brain receives multiple fast dopamine spikes in minutes, and when you start work, even important tasks feel boring and slow. In the second scenario, you wake up, take a short walk, and read for 10 minutes. Stimulation is slower and balanced. When you begin work, your attention is more stable, and tasks feel naturally engaging. That's the real purpose behind dopamine detox, behavioral reset, not deprivation. To implement this effectively, try a daily routine like this: morning without your phone for 30 minutes, work blocks of 25 to 50 minutes with small breaks, an evening hour without fast digital rewards, and occasional 5 to 10-minute periods of intentional boredom or quiet thinking. Over days and weeks, your brain recalibrates, and normal rewards, completing a project, reading a book, or finishing a workout, feel meaningful again. This is how dopamine resets naturally, through habits, not extreme isolation. Why does this method work? First, behavioral recalibration. Your brain adapts to stimulation patterns. Second, slow reward activities release dopamine gradually, restoring motivation and engagement. Third, short boredom periods reset attention, allowing focus to recover. No complicated rules, no extreme deprivation, just intentional habits that train your brain to respond normally to everyday rewards. The dopamine reset is not a magic trick, and it's not about removing dopamine. It's about awareness, consistency, and habit design. Your brain wasn't built for the constant, unpredictable stimulation of modern technology, but it is adaptable. Small, deliberate changes in how you consume information and how you structure your day can restore focus, increase productivity, and make life's ordinary moments more rewarding. Notice your habits. Adjust your environment. Replace instant rewards with meaningful actions. Allow short periods of boredom. These small, consistent changes are enough to give your attention system a reset and restore natural motivation. That's the real dopamine detox, simple, science-backed, and highly effective.